Greetings from Seoul, Korea, and welcome to the GSL Codes. Tasteless and Artosis here. Welcome to yet another excellent day. Zergs! Zergs! They're still around. There's 2 Zergs today.
It may be the last day for Zergs in GSL this season,
I'm a little bit worried they may be going extinct soon.
They could be,
They're going extinct faster than pandas right now. And we can at least convince Zergs to do it, unlike pandas.
Can we? It's larvae that turn into them, man. Zergs don't do anything. Zergs obey the Overmind and Kerrigan and the Queens and the Overlords, I guess.
Well, Kerrigan's kind of sexual, you know, with those wings of hers.
Is she? Well, she walks around naked.
Is she naked?
Pretty sure.
Yeah, maybe you're right. We have many other exciting players as well. Of course, MVP here today. He barely eked through that last group.
Well, he did bad in that first round, but then he just kicked ass from there, didn't he?
Oh, by the way, go to our site and participate in our polls. We post the data of who you guys think is going to win in the poll section, so it's definitely a great way to participate with the show. And
that's GOMTV.net. Go there. Do it. I'd like to see what people vote because they're wrong a lot of the time.
They were for Virus that first time.
And for Supernova and several players. They were like, well, this guy has 5% to get out. It's like, no, dude. Not at all.
It's kind of interesting. Then, of course, to see how one-sided some polls are. I'm really curious how many people voted for MVP in this poll.
Probably a lot.
Probably a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if it's hit the 49%.
Does he not have to be the favorite of this group?
I think if you're basing it off of history, then yeah, he does.
Well, history, but July's been playing really well. Lenok has been pretty godly for the past 6 months. Hero has been on the up and up for 7-8 months. MVP hasn't won a GSL in months and months, Tasteless. It's been months since he's won a GSL.
Let's take a look at today's results, rather. We had Naniwa just dominate the group. He played so well. I was really impressed.
Yep.
Made me proud for the foreigner scene.
Indeed.
Yeah. And then, of course, Supernova had a real trial to get through. With his genius, oddly enough, going 0-2, Virus is a player that we're going to have to look for in the future. He's playing so well. He didn't make it, but he definitely did a good job. But enough about yesterday. On to today. And the matchups we'll be seeing 4 very solid players. MVP, July, Hero, and Lena.
That's right, Tasteless. What can we say about these players? Well, I'm MVP. He's won unbelievable amounts of money. The most successful Terran in the world so far. July Zerg, a legend of StarCraft I, hasn't been able to get there in StarCraft II quite yet, but did get to a finals, playing very well recently. Hero, he is the hero for Protosses, one of the most creative Protosses in the world. Everyone loves this guy.
Yeah, he's
and Lenok, man.
And Lenok, our baby of the GSL, but one of their babies.
Maru's actually younger than him.
Yeah. But I'm talking about like Codes right now. Codes,
well,
Codes babies.
Maru is younger than him and in Codes round 16.
I lose.
You lost.
I lose.
Stop arguing.
All right, so MVP against July. Our map will be ESV Ohana. I think this is going to be a very, very tough game for July, to be totally honest. I think he's very good. I really like the guy. Even on a personal level, he's very friendly. But MVP is, he's in the highest level of Nerd Pantheon warriors.
That's right. Well, he's the titan on the chair that watches the lesser gods battle.
Yeah, he's like Zeus or something.
He gets to put his thumb up and down to see if a nerd gets to live to fight again another day.
Yeah. I do tend to see that July Zerg makes for some shorter games, DBZ, but who knows? He might have changed up his style. All right, it's time. MVP up against July Zerg. The countdown has started, and the game will soon be loading. Tastes and Artosis here, bringing you the best StarCraft II action here at the GSL Codes. I guess we're just not going to talk during this graphic.
No, man. So let's watch it. It's very nice.
Yeah. All right. Introducing our players in the upper left. We have our Terran player, the most accomplished Terran player in the world. His ID is... I am MVP. while, we felt like this guy broke the game.
Yeah.
You know, he was winning basically everything. Everything. Now he's trying to make that back. Over here in the bottom right, the guy who was winning almost everything in StarCraft 1, he's here to try to do the same in StarCraft 2. His ideas?
Started July.
Now, hottest player in the world right now, Marine King Prime.
Hottest?
Yeah, hottest. He is on a streak like none other. But July Zerg had him dead. And, you know, last time he played MVP was pretty dead too.
Yeah, he was.
But this was back before the Ghost nerf. And, you know, July Zerg did lose in a long game against a lot of Ghosts, but he played really, really well. His ZVT is very strong, so I'm quite looking forward to this match. And I definitely think that July Zerg has the potential to win it, but you have to admit that MVP is the favorite of this group, Tasteless.
Well,
don't deny it anymore.
I'm really curious to see, you know, July's history in StarCraft 2 has already been so interesting, especially compared to his history in StarCraft 1. I'm really curious to see, is this guy going to have that moment where he suddenly finds his place? Is he going to kind of, because right now he's in the zone of mediocrity, to be honest. He's a legend and everything, but when you compare him to the other Codas guys, he's sort of overshadowed.
Round of 16 so far. Only 2 Zergs left. We're going to have to see. I mean, this is going to be a very telling, this group. It's 3 sick badasses in there with him. If he can get out of this group, I think that we have to reevaluate July's standing amongst Zergs in StarCraft 2. Whether you like, love, hate his style, whatever it is, it's one that has worked for him for years and years and years. Since he popped on the scene, he's been able to play crazy, ultra-aggressive styles. So, I mean, he's going to show us a lot, man. I'm actually very excited about it.
As you can see here, their match history here. July has won before, but you know, MVP a little bit more dominant, 2-3-1s. Yeah. And by the way, guys, excuse me, tonight we are actually going to a hotel next to the airport.
That's right. Nice.
Tomorrow
and
we're going to go to MLG.
Nice and early, man. Check that out for sure. MLG going to be so much fun.
And we will be back from MLG very quickly to do the GSL Codex again. So we're going to have a very busy week of not sleeping.
I can't wait.
I can't wait. I love not sleeping.
Well, I'm already there. I'm not asleep right now.
Yeah. Maybe you are. Nesty's asleep right now. You're in his dream.
I'm in his dream, but you know why I know? Is because I entered his dream next to him while he was sleeping, just like Leonardo DiCaprio in Inception.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You know who else entered the dream next to Nesty?
What?
The guy who made the movie Inception. How do you think he knew about that stuff?
He plagiarized it from Nesty's dream.
No, it exists where we come from.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm not good at this.
No, it's no problem, man. Listen, I don't expect you to know. You're just but a small facet of his personality.
It's true.
All right, so July Zerg is getting Hellioned, Tasteless. A second factory is on the way with a tech lab next to it, so we should be seeing Blue Flame, a lot of Hellions. And that's a good choice against July Zerg.
Yeah, I think this is smart.
He likes to make a lot of units. But, you know, he's not afraid to go like 2-base mute or something like that. It looks like we're probably going to see Mech out of MVP here. That is my guess.
Yeah, we could transition pretty well into Mech.
Yeah, it's a clean one.
You could also, you know, switch into using 2 factories for siege tanks and swap out the reactor with a barracks. Go Marine siege tank, but you know, you already have the Blue Hellion add-on. I mean, the Blue Hellion upgrade.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the point? You're not really utilizing what you have.
Blue Flame on the way.
Flame. Blue Flame.
Blue Flame Hellion.
Blue Flame Hellions. And
well,
yeah, go ahead.
Well, Tasteless, we do have July going 4 gases on 2 base and getting his lair, so it really does look like he's going to go straight up, probably into mutas. July is more of a muta guy. He was one of the better muta users in StarCraft 1 for a very long time. But MVP is getting a very quick starport, so he may be going for a medevac to help get some of these Hellions into the main base. And in fact, as Blue Flame finishes up, he could also go Banshees, and Banshees mixed in with Blue Flames can be very strong as well.
All right, you know, it almost feels like MVP is playing a kind of July style against July. July's you know, he's very good at playing standard, but he also will always incorporate a cheese in a best of 3, at least one.
Yeah.
Or an all-in or something like that. This is not a build that transitions very easily if you don't do damage early on. So it looks like he's trying to play July's own game, bust in there, melt all the drones, or Zerglings. And now he's moments away. He kind of tipped his hand there showing those Hellions. He's going to have to try to get inside the base now.
And, well, that is a lot of Hellions, but with 2 Spines, a couple Queens, and a decent number of Speedlings, should be fine for now. I'm actually a crazy person right now because I can't find where he put his Spire. Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
Spires
Bottom
are
right.
so small when they morph. I was actually like, wow, why can't I find this? Is he hiding it? Because July has done things like that before. But anyways, we do have, well, Medvac is on the way, Tasis. So getting any Blue Flame Hellions in that main base could be huge. But July's getting ready for it, dropping creep around his base. I'm loving that. That's going to help his Zerglings really to close on any Blue Flame Hellions.
See if he brings up his other Hellions on the low ground to cover.
Yeah, I thought he would, but it looks like he's not going to. July's has to react.
He's not reacting.
Very slow reaction here by July.
Oh, nice getting one shot off there and getting out.
Yeah, very good choice there. Now, the armory is halfway done. 3rd factory on the way for MVP. No engineering bay yet, so he can't make turrets. And he does have the engineering bay just started.
Whoa, he's inside the base now.
A lot of Blue Flame Hellions in here. Zerglings coming back. 10 mutas are on the way. A lot of drones probably are going to die here. Oh, my God.
Nice Baneling there.
Beautiful Baneling, in fact.
Drop it in the main as well.
Oh, God. A lot of drones going down, Tasteless.
He needs to get these mutas out. These mutas need to hatch.
And they do, in fact, hatch. But 25 drones have been killed. Good moves by MVP here. Very hard for July to keep this off.
Oh, my God. Notice he's going to try to get the medevac to escape.
All right, so 25 drones killed, Tasteless. Ouch.
Let's see.
20 drones to 46 SCVs. That's never good. It's time for a Baneling bust, July Zerg.
Now we got to see if July Zerg can counterattack and catch up here.
2 Thors are about to finish. And, in fact, he's just going to go for the wall in. Good choice. And Zergling's coming up, surrounding the Blue Flame Hellions, trying to kill them off. There is a missile turret here. He's going to want to target that down immediately. Thor's popping out already, but
he needs to repair. He needs to repair the SCVs.
Oh, can he get it down? And he does. But more Blue Flame Hellions popping out. The mutas have taken a ton of damage. The next Thor will be popping out very soon as well. July Zerg is actually doing a great job, man.
July Zerg's actually coming back now.
He's doing a great job right now.
Can you tell me the worker count? The units killed or Tosis, workers killed? Because right now, Terran's down to 17 SCVs.
34 SCVs, Tasis. 34 so far, and that number is just going to climb.
Wow. Talk about a turnaround here. Now July Zerg in the lead. He had to lock out his own Hellions there. So the Lings couldn't get up into the base.
I have an interesting thing to say about this, Tasteless. 25 drones killed and then 34 SCVs killed. If either of these players had walled completely, neither of these things would have happened.
Well, this game would be totally different, yeah.
But instead,
MVP would be turtling and taking a 3rd base right now.
Yeah. Well, we have 1 Mutalist left. There's 2 Thors, a Viking, and 5 Hellions out for MVP. So July Zerg really needs to not go mutas anymore. This is when he already has 2 Thors out. I think you need to just say, you know what, Muta? I'm sorry, but you are forever alone.
Forever alone, Muta?
That's it, man.
With the troll face.
Little Muta eyes crying.
Do mutas even have eyes? I don't think they do.
They have a bunch. Look at that.
Oh, yeah, because of the Muta portrait.
Yeah. They're all glowing orange for some reason.
I always just think of the Muta's face for some reason is at the bottom, but that's actually the Muta's...
I always thought that too.
Yeah, now we know it's
that's
actually
where
the
they shoot glaives out of for some reason?
I guess.
I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know what kind of diet you have to be on to shoot glaives on demand.
You have to eat a lot of glass, Tasteless.
A lot of glass.
Mutas normally are in prison for many years.
All right.
And look at this, the Muta gonna help clean up the Viking.
Muta versus Viking.
Muta's like, I'm still relevant.
I'm watching a kid play with like 2 action figures right now.
Dude. Oh my God.
The Viking came in and was like, pachow, pachow. But then the Muta came out and was like, rah, then the Queen comes.
Well, the Blue Flame Hellions coming in once again. A lot of drones still going down. Ouch. Very painful.
Nice. He could get it. They make a little wall there.
Wow. Look at that.
Oh my God. Zergling barbecue over here.
And 34 drones have been killed now, 35. So MVP once again saying, I'm going to go ahead and switch this back into my favor. Blue Flame Hellions
killed the Queen with the Hellions.
Ouch. He is making mutas once again, unfortunately for him, because that's going to make it very hard to take on any Thors. This is such a crazy game, man. Look at this. 36 workers killed to 34.
It's a lot of dead workers. You know, at this phase of the game, we're past the 15-minute marker. It's supposed to. Both these guys are supposed to have much more developed economies.
Yeah, it's a crazy, weird, low econ game, but that's actually where July Zerg shines.
Yeah,
he doesn't
absolutely
actually care about his drones as long as he can kill your SCVs. So it'll be interesting to see if MVP can actually adapt a little bit and deal with something that July Zerg is very experienced in. Well, he's getting ready for another Blue Flame Hellion drop, as we see right there. Getting out of there.
All right. He'll be going for the third base over there. He may even just drop right outside of his main. Oh, but the Overseer sees it.
Overseer just chilling there. And the mutas are going to be able to run over there.
Yeah, presumably July saw it. I mean, he's a top-level player, so he should be able to intercept.
Definitely. And MVP
he's turning
realizes, he's like, well, you didn't chase my Hellions. I guess that you're going after my medevac.
Okay, now he's going to be able to slip in here with the Hellions. Oh, Lings are here to block, though.
And the Spine's helping out quite a bit.
Oh, this is just not going to work.
And down it goes. Pretty close to Spy still.
Mutas patrolling. You know, MVP's actually being a bit, it's a bit risky to put this many Hellions out here if you're not sure you can do the damage with them.
Well, we'll see if he can actually get some done. 4 Blue Flame Hellions +1 do damage so quickly, but it looks like these, not going to really do anything. Have to run by this Spine. That's going to hurt. And everything does get cleaned
barely
up.
Any damage dealt there. And damage is even something you want to just do. You want to actually destroy their units. So a pretty big failure there by MVP.
Well, right now, MVP getting ready to take his additional base. +1 for melee and flyer attacks for July Zerg about to finish up. It is right now 61 drones to 48 SCVs, so the economies are going to be pretty similar as soon as this command center lands. And July Zerg is continuing to make only mutas. He's getting +2 flyer attack as well, and this scares me because the Thors have +2 about to finish. +2 Thors against mutas with no armor upgrades. This is actually just going to be so gross.
Oh, man.
You know,
this is almost like a StarCraft I response to mech.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes Terrans, if they start going mech, you just keep making mutas.
Yeah, but the thing is, Tasteless, MVP has Irradiate.
Irradiate.
I always call it Irradiate.
Irradiate?
Yeah, man. Irradiate. I've been playing StarCraft 1
learned how to read.
I never learned how to pronounce. I know how to read the
All right, we got more mutas coming up here. Again, as Artos said, he will have to be careful about the Thor volleys.
Well, I don't even know how you can be careful. When you hit a certain number of Thors, it's just like this overwhelming thing where, well, you can't really magic box that many Thors, and it's just everything's going to go to hell. And as you can see right there,
retreat right there, those were just about 2 Thor volleys that hit.
Yeah, he's he's down to 15 mutas. Supplies again very similar, but okay, he's going to go mass banelings from here, Tasteless. So what's going to happen is against mutas. Oh, we're going to just have a black screen, but I don't know what that is. It might be our observer. It's a possibility. It could actually be my PC as well. It's impossible to say.
Sit tight, guys. We are experiencing technical difficulties.
Yeah, it's neither of the players. Don't worry about that. It's either the observer or my PC. Anyways,
we can't do this without your observer screen, Dan.
Yeah, that's
tell them to restart the game.
Sorry, guys. Gonna have to restart this crazy game. Oh,
it's a stressful moment. Okay, we're back in the game.
Back to the game. All right, so I want to talk about this choice to go mass banelings because you might be thinking, wow, banelings against Thors? Really? Really? Well, here's the thing. If you have a bunch of mutas out, the Thors are going to want to stay in a clump so that, if you spread them out too much, then magic boxing starts to work a lot better, stuff like that. And if they're clumped up and you have a ton of banelings, as Nesty has shown us, banelings can actually beat Thors. Also, it's very cost inefficient a lot of the time, but if you kill off an entire mech army, you just kind of win. If they haven't already killed off all your bases, you can't rebuild a mech army. It just takes
forever.
You have to use the one you've got. You can lose like Infinity Hellions, but your Siege Tanks and Thors, you really can't lose many of.
All right, well, he now knows about the Banelings.
Yep. Which is going to prompt him to build some more Siege Tanks.
Yeah.
No doubt. And MVP just now going up to 4 facts. It's a very late 4th fact, but his economy was very low, so not a big deal. July's creep spread, by the way, is so good. Remember when he used to just not creep spread at all?
Yeah, in early StarCraft.
Yeah, it was
it's pretty rough.
Well, here we go. Banelings coming in right now. July's going for it. A lot of Banelings just hitting everything, Siege Tanks and all, and they are not going to be that cost efficient. In fact, terribly cost efficient.
I think that actually is going to be very hard to recover from.
Yeah.
Sometimes July does it. He like gears up, he gets maxed out or gets a certain supply, and then he just keeps attacking.
Yeah, he normally does just turn on an aggression switch, and he's going pure Ling Bane from here. Now, MVP is going to move out because he did get to kill all that. You know, he doesn't have a single muta. He's just making Bane Ling from here, and it's 60 drones with 59 SCVs. So MVP, he can actually just sit at home, make more units, and just, I mean, it's going to be almost impossible for July to come back.
Yeah, he just has to make sure. See, only Nestea seems to be able to get away with Banelinging mech armies.
Well, the thing is, you have to have like so many that you actually just kill everything.
Yeah.
And Julyzerg's not doing that. He still has a lot of his supply tied up elsewhere.
He attacked into the expansion instead of waiting for the push to happen.
Yeah, which he might be thinking,
oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Ah! He's going to get inside the main.
Oh, wow, nice move here by Julyzerg. Doing a lot of damage to that main, but a lot of Blue Flame Hellions are coming up, clean it up. So, even though you kill off some SCVs, Julyzerg not in good shape. He's down by about 50 supply right now.
He's just trying to buy time right now because the moment that MVP moves out, Julyzerg should be killed.
Yeah, he's actually going nothing but Lings from here. So he wants to just win off that. But +3 Blue Flame Hellions, along with Thors and Siege Tanks to back them up. It's going to be so ridiculously hard to win with this unless you keep on maxing, which he's not doing. Right now, Julyzerg has almost 2,500 gas. I'd love to see him just not keep making Lings and Banelings, but he may be like, well, this is actually my best chance because I'm so far behind, which is true after that one attack.
All right, well, he's got the planetaries up here. They're actually not even in expansions. That's got to be annoying. Circling underneath the command center so it can't land. He's got a planetaries up, which is going to make a counter more difficult. Again, though, I just don't know what Julyzerg can do to recover. He's going to get a Roach Warren now. Well, though Julyzerg has this insane surplus of gas.
Yeah, but Roaches are such a mineral-heavy unit.
Yeah.
You know, but then again, what else are you actually going to make here? I guess he could just make, 30 Infestors and try to, either Neural or throw Infested Terrans. It's hard to say. I mean, he just threw away so much supply, he's never going to catch up from here. It's going to be ridiculously hard. I mean, he still has a lot of creep. Still has a decent economy, but MVP's going on to 4 base. And this map, it's not that big. It's not that hard for MVP to kind of hold on to all the locations.
Well, the map is tall but skinny.
That's like the best thing to go mech on.
Yeah, because there's less, it's easier to cut the map in half. There's less areas that they can counterattack you through.
Exactly. It's easier. It's not as wide to push down.
Right. So, it looks like Julyzerg's now taking a 5th base. But, I mean, let's be honest here, guys. MVP's going to push any minute now. And that push is going to be so unbelievably hard to stop that I don't know what's going to happen.
Wow. Well, Julyzerg at least is massively droning behind this. He's actually going to go up to like 80 drones or 90 drones, and he is going to Hive. So after all that aggression, you said, all right, I guess I'll drone up and try to play the bigger economy game.
Yeah, well, I think MVP waited too long. Do you agree?
Well, I like when you get ahead like this against a player like that has not as good upgrades, not as good economy or anything. I kind of like just taking another base, turtling for a little bit longer, getting my infrastructure up, and then moving out. Because then it's like, well, the odds of him stopping a push that he already did, almost 0. But what are the odds of him stopping the next push? I would say even lower if MVP is confident in this part of the game, which he definitely is.
Well, we're going to have to wait, guys. By the way, over 4K gas here for July.
Yeah.
That's a lot of gas.
He is going to go infestors. He's getting pathogen glands. He is getting his hive. And he is getting 24 roaches. I think the roaches and lings and banes are going to be for counterattacks most likely.
Yeah, I agree.
He can't really engage the army. His upgrades are terrible. His army composition is not any good against it. I mean, +3 siege tanks. That is ridiculous amounts of damage. 65 against roaches.
The number of lings and banelings that die before they ever get to actually go into combat.
Well, that one-shots banelings. And, I mean, the splash damage added into that is just silly. A single siege tank.
Right. He's taken up to a greater spire. So with a greater spire, he's going to try to do a Broodlord push eventually.
Well, it's a good choice. He has so much gas that he can actually make a ton of broods, and these roaches are just going to be to buy time for now. Now, one thing I do want to say that I love about what July is doing here, he doesn't want to go infestors yet, but he got the pathogen glands in case he does want to at some point. And that's a beautiful thing to see. He's just getting ready. He's like, well, it's only 150 gas. I have plenty of gas.
I wonder if July is as confused as I am as to why MVP still did not attack this entire time. Maybe he's
going for it.
All right, here we go.
Banelings everywhere. The roach is coming up as well. All he needs to do is push his back far enough to buy him enough time to actually go for his Broodlords. Killing off these Hellions. We're going to lose a lot of roaches because of it.
Once again, mech armies, they deal the most damage, but they take the longest to get. So MVP basically waited this entire game out.
Uh-oh. Oh my god, these are actually killing all of the Overlords. Look at his supply, 137 of 106. He's making only roaches now. Oh, this is bad. Bad news, Tasteless.
Yeah, he could keep hitting these Overlords. I don't know if Julyser can catch up.
No, he's just doesn't have them. Oh my god, he has 5,000 gas. He could have made a ton of broods, and we would have seen how that would have gone, but now we don't even get to see that because he's somehow killed off every Overlord. It's down to 80 in Overlords. It's almost nothing. He has like 7 overs.
7 overs?
No, he's 13. Because he just bunch just popped out. But no, he had 9. Anyways,
counterattack over here, but the planetary setup. July is once again in hot water, and GG.
All right. MVP very happy with himself. Did get dicey there for a little bit. Actually, a very fun game. I would have liked to see what would have happened if he hadn't killed all the Overlords. Because that game continues with 5,000 gas. That is so interesting because he put so much into mineral-intensive attacks to keep MVP busy while stockpiling gas and then rushing up to Hive. That is so interesting. He could have made a ridiculous Broodlord Corruptor army.
You know, it's funny because that's not exactly what I expected to tip the game. But then I think there was a moment where MVP was in the game and he suddenly realized, wait a minute, he has no anti-air, and I have like 9 or 10 Vikings. So
cool, cool game.
Yeah, very interesting. He basically like cut the Overlord count in half because the waypoint where most of the Overlords have been going to, they were all in the one spot, and suddenly they all died, and he just couldn't make enough of an army to recuperate.
Yeah. Well, next map looks like it's going to be Atlanta's spaceship. Decent choice right here by July.
It's not a bad spaceship at all.
No, it's a fine spaceship, and you know, Zerg, just like Alien, they like to be on spaceships. They can run all around. The spaceships are big, and plenty of places to hide.
Yeah, man.
Plenty of places to jump out and scare you.
Alien is so cool.
Alien was such a good movie.
It's so good. I should watch that again.
I got to rewatch. Like,
actually, you should watch
Aliens.
it again. Aliens is, I think, the first one I think is better, if I remember it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember Alien 3, but I watched it when I was so young.
Ever, man.
Yeah.
First one is like...
It's actually so scary.
All I want to know, though, is how does that alien grow that whole time? What is he eating?
Well, I don't know, maybe he like absorbs something in the atmosphere of the spaceship or something. Plants don't eat, you know.
Yeah, they do.
Well,
plants get their nutrients from air, water, and
no,
dirt.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. Maybe he gets his...
So you're telling me there's enough nutrients for that thing to, like, 9 times its size in, like, 2 days on a spaceship
apparently
air?
Artosis, because it does. It gets that big, so...
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I'm going to go with that.
Sorry, Tasteless, that was foolish of me to question that.
That's why they call me Professor Tasteless.
Take your vitamin T twice a day.
That's right. We have TVZ game number 2 MVP on July on Atlanta's spaceship. Let's see what happens. We're here in Seoul, Korea, the Mecca of Esports. Watch the StarCraft II legend against the StarCraft 1 legend, trying to become a StarCraft II legend. And this is the